This morning, I saw a
Yeah,
video.
we were talking about it right before the podcast about the guy in India. He was trying to convert them, apparently, Jamie was saying, and they shot him full of arrows. With one of the last uncontacted tribes in the world.
But what a doofus. What did you think was going to happen, right?
Jamie said the guy's been there before, right? Did you say that?
So they knew him?
Though the guy, well, I don't know if the people that killed him knew him. Wouldn't they say there's between 50 and 100 people on this island, I believe? See if you can get a good article on it. Is that the number?
I'm trying to pull up an article.
So there's like 50 to 150 people. They don't exactly know. And they came there, say from, it's the size of Manhattan. It's an island. And they came there from Africa, like, what is it, like 60,000 years ago?
That's what I'd read. I don't remember exactly where the article
And
I read
this is
earlier,
near India?
Yeah, somewhere in India or near India, some island. This fucking dude was trying to bring him to Jesus, and they said, if you like the guy, we'll introduce you to him. They filled that motherfucker full of. Oh wow, it's in the middle of nowhere.
Oh, that's fucked.
That bitch is in the middle of nowhere. So they came off of Africa. That's crazy.
How the fuck
Spread
did
that
they
out so I can
leave?
go see all that shit. That's crazy. Yeah. You know what's interesting too? In England, they call people from India Asians. They think of that as Asia.
Because it is,
Yeah,
right?
because
Yeah,
it
it's
is
part of
Asia, yeah.
But we got weird with Oriental at some point in time. Oriental became derogatory, some weird way.
Yeah.
Oriental was normal, like
Yeah.
Oriental rugs. That was like
Yeah.
a thing. You could go to Oriental rugs.
Yeah.
That's like if someone was saying, Spic toothpaste. Like, hey,
Yeah.
hey, motherfucker, you can't say that shit anymore. But at one point in time, Oriental was like a total.
It was a real thing.
Yeah, it was part of the language. But so now we say Asian because we try to be politically correct. But Asia's fucking giant. There's a lot of different kinds of folks in Asia,
What were those, like the people that ended up on that island?
One dude.
The
original people? Yeah.
How the fuck you're running away from something to end up there?
Well, if you read about the migration of people from Africa spreading out, that's a big part of what they're doing. Is trying to get away from people that are trying to kill them.
Yeah.
Like it's all either they run out of resources, they run out of food, or they're being forced out of areas. Like new people come in and people escape and survive. And our entire history as human beings, it's like bigger, more powerful human beings move into an area and kill and rape, and then spread out, and then keep going, and everybody else just keeps going, and then they eventually fortify in the distance and get a new city, and they try to hold them off, and then new people are coming through. I mean, there's so many instances from the Mongols to the Romans. I mean, you can go back and back and back all through history, but if you broke it down, if you looked at it like a math problem, like what's happening here? Here's what's happening. These groups of people get together, and then they develop some shit that kills other groups of people, and then they push into those groups of people and try to fuck their chicks.
Yeah.
They try to steal their money, fuck their chicks, eat their food, and then they do the same thing. And then people go back and forth, and this is all people have done. Like, there's never been a time where no one was at war. Like, if you ever gone through human history, there's now like, well, there was a period of 100 years where there was no wars. It's never happened.
Yeah.
Never.
It's never happened.
You're the best guy to ask about this. Isn't it impressive how they built those arrows, right? The craftsmanship, because they're proper
I don't
arrows.
know what they look like.
They
do
flew
they
up.
have pictures of the arrows?
But apparently he died just of the arrows hitting him. So the way I was thinking it was in order for an arrow to be done properly, right? And you could aim and then hit someone and kill him. It has to go through the whole structure of the pelvis.
No,
all
it
that.
doesn't have to. I mean, especially if they hit him a bunch of times. If they hit him a bunch of times, they could have shot him in the guts.
Even with shitty arrows?
Well, I don't think they have shitty arrows because they need them to survive, right? So there's got to be island animals, and they're hunting these animals. But it's not that hard for these people and these kind of tribes if they have the proper wood on the island. People have been making bows and arrows for a long time, and they'll use certain fibers from certain trees, and they weave them together and make a bowstring. And if they have enough good wood and they have good fiber and they have the knowledge, I mean, even if they don't have metal, you could still, to this day, I found one in Nevada. I found an old, I don't know what era it's from, but I found an arrowhead. But while I was actually bow hunting, I found an actual arrowhead from some Native American tribe that they had left behind. And apparently they were like really common. Like people find them all the time. Because you think of the thousands of years that the indigenous people were here and all the different animals they shot with bows and arrows, they figured out how to do it.
Yeah.
So these people must know how to do it too. And if they have enough good stone to make, something flint or something similar to make the arrowheads, Or maybe they're using something toxic. Maybe they have some sort of toxic plant, and they're just dipping the tip of a sharpened tip into it.
If you dip the tip in something toxic, can you eat that meat
Yeah,
after?
you can apparently.
But not the area near the
It's a
arrow?
good question. It's a good question. I don't know, but a lot of these tribes that shoot things, they shoot things with poison on the end of their arrows. You know, yeah. Well, the idea is that they want to eat it, right? They don't.